Hey everyone, welcome back to English Mentor Lab. I'm Sarah, and today we're doing something super fun. We're going to learn prepositions of time. You know, words like at, on, in, during, before, after, for, since, by, until, from, and to. Yeah, I know. That sounds like a lot, right? But don't worry. Here's the secret. We're learning through shadowing. What does that mean? It means you just listen to me, repeat after me, and boom, you learn naturally. No boring grammar rules, no complicated explanations. Just listen, repeat, and learn. It's that easy. So here's what we're doing today. I'm going to tell you about my life, my daily routine, what I do in different seasons, what happens on different days, what I do at specific times, and while I'm talking, you're going to hear all these prepositions in real sentences, and you're going to learn them naturally. No stress, no confusion, just fun. Ready? Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be using these prepositions like never before. All right, let's go. Let's start with a little bit about me. My name is Sarah. I was born in 1992 on October 5th. I started teaching English in 2015, so I've been a teacher for 9 years now. I've worked at English Mentor Lab since 2020, and I love helping students learn English. Now, let me share my typical day with you. I wake up every morning at 6:30 a.m. Before I get out of bed, I always check my phone for a few minutes. Then I take a shower and get dressed. I have breakfast at 7 a.m. During breakfast, I read the news or watch videos. After breakfast, I prepare my lessons for the day. I start teaching at 9 a.m. My classes run from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on weekdays. During my classes, I help students practice speaking, reading, and writing. I take a lunch break at 12 p.m. I usually eat for about 30 minutes, then I rest until 1 p.m. In the afternoon, I record videos for my YouTube channel. I work on new lessons every day. I must finish recording by 5 p.m. because the lighting in my studio isn't good after 5 p.m. In the evening, I have dinner with my family at 7 p.m. After dinner, I reply to student comments on my videos. I do this from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Before I go to bed, I read books for 20 minutes. I always sleep at 10:30 p.m. on weeknights, but on Saturdays, I stay up until midnight. I work hard during the week, but I rest on Sundays. Since I started this routine, I feel healthier and happier. That's my day. Now you know a little about me and how I use my time. Let me tell you what I do during different times of the year. You know, like, what do I do in winter? What about summer? Let's talk about that. In the winter, I love drinking hot chocolate and staying warm inside. In December, I decorate my house for the holidays. On Christmas Day, I visit my family. In the spring, the weather gets warmer. In March, I start gardening. I plant flowers every weekend during spring. The garden looks beautiful from April to June. In the summer, I take a vacation. In July, I usually go to the beach for 2 weeks. I've been going to the same beach since 2018. I relax there from morning to evening. In the autumn, I prepare for the new school year. In September, I organize my teaching materials. On the first Monday of September, my new classes always begin.
All right, cool. So that's what I do throughout the year. But you know what? Let me get more specific now. Let me break down my day for you. Like, what exactly do I do at different times each day? Let's start with the morning. In the morning, at 6:30 a.m., my alarm rings. At 6:45 a.m., I'm in the shower. At 7 a.m., I prepare breakfast. From 7:15 to 7:30 a.m., I eat while watching the news. At 8 a.m., I leave my house. At 8:30 a.m., I arrive at my studio.
Okay, so that's my morning routine. Now, what happens in the afternoon? Well, this is when things get busy. In the afternoon, at 12 p.m., I have lunch. At 1 p.m., I start recording videos. During my recording time, I don't answer phone calls. At 3 p.m., I take a coffee break for 15 minutes. By 5 p.m., I must finish all my recording. All right, afternoon's done. Now it's time for the evening. This is my favorite part of the day, honestly. In the evening, at 6 p.m., I drive home. At 7 p.m., I have dinner with my family. After dinner, I help my kids with homework for 30 minutes. From 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., I reply to student messages. At 9:30 p.m., I watch TV for 1 hour. So yeah, that's my evening. And then at night, I wind down. Here's what I do. At night, at 10:30 p.m., I read before sleeping. By 11 p.m., I'm usually asleep. I sleep until 6:30 a.m. the next morning. Cool. So now you know what I do every single day. But wait, not every day is the same, right? Let me show you what I do on different days of the week. Ready? On Monday, I teach beginner classes. On Tuesday, I teach intermediate classes. On Wednesday, I record new YouTube videos. On Thursday, I have private lessons from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. On Friday, I plan lessons for the next week. On Saturday morning, I rest, but in the afternoon, I go shopping. On Sunday, I spend time with my family all day. I've followed this schedule since January, and it works perfectly for me. Awesome, that's my weekly schedule. But you know, there are also some special times throughout the year. Like, what do I do at midnight on New Year's Eve? Or during the holidays? Let me tell you about those special moments. At midnight on New Year's Eve, I celebrate with friends. At noon on Saturdays, I have lunch at my favorite restaurant. During the holidays, I travel to different countries. Before summer vacation, I always prepare my lessons for 3 months. After each semester, I take a break for 1 week. I've been teaching for 9 years since 2015, and I love every moment of it. And that's it, guys. That's my life, my routine, my schedule, everything. See how we used all those prepositions of time? Pretty cool, right? Let's do a quick recap of what we learned today. We covered all the important prepositions of time. At, for specific times, like at 7 a.m., at noon, at midnight. On, for days and dates, like on Monday, on July 15th. In for longer periods, like in 2015, in summer, in the morning. During, throughout an event, like during class, during winter. For, duration, how long, like for 2 hours, for 9 years. Since, starting point, like since 2020, since childhood. By, deadline, like by 5 p.m., by Friday. Until, or till, up to a time, like until midnight, till I come back. From, to, beginning and end, like from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Before or after, sequence, like before breakfast, after dinner. That's a lot, right? But here's the thing. You don't have to memorize all of this today. Here's what I want you to do. Come back to this video every single day. Listen to it in the morning, listen to it at night, listen to it during your lunch break, whenever works for you. Just make it a habit. Shadow with me. Repeat the sentences. Do this for 30 days, and I'm telling you, you will be perfect at using prepositions of time. Your speaking will improve so much. These words will flow naturally when you talk. You won't even have to think about it anymore. By the end of the month, you'll sound more fluent, more confident, more natural, but only if you practice every day. Consistency is everything. So save this video, bookmark it, come back to it daily. Make shadowing part of your routine. I promise you, it works. All right, before you go, hit that like button if this was helpful. Subscribe to English Mentor Lab for more English lessons, and leave a comment using one of today's prepositions. Tell me, I will practice at, or I study English for. Let's see what you got. Thanks so much for learning with me today. I'll see you in the next video. Keep practicing, keep improving, and remember, a little bit every day goes a long way. See you soon. Bye, guys.